Everybody, how you doing? It's Thursday. That means it's almost Friday. I'm excited about tomorrow because I'm going to the boat show. And even if I wasn't looking for a boat, I love the boat show. I've been going to the boat show since I was a little kid with my grand. That was an every year event, every winter. You know, that was one of those lead up things to excuse me, the walleye season. And when I was real young and they still lived in Liverpool, you know, walleye season was the first time the boat came out. You know, that first weekend in May. It was the very first time it came out, and it was a big deal. And I remember those days. It was no different than the build up to opening day of deer season. In honesty, and we used to do opener of trout season April 1st every year. Grandpa and I, but walleye season was different and better, honestly, because it was the full Monty. You know, it was the boat, it was the lake, it was all the people, it was, you know, it was all of those things rolled up into one. And you know, I'm working every day, all day on Walleye Fest, and it is such a joy. I mean, I'm enjoying every minute of it more than I could possibly tell everybody. You know, and and things, you know, I say it all the time, and I don't ever want to just say things or be cliche or anything like that, but what you put out comes back. And the more and the higher quality you put out, and the better, and the good positive vibes, all that stuff, when you put it out, it comes back. And we don't know. Here's the thing. It's like a never-ending roulette wheel. You don't necessarily know what good is coming back or when. I got a call last night, or sorry. Excuse me. Give me 1 second. I got a message last night from a friend of mine, and all it said was, I have some potentially very exciting news about Walleye Fest. Call me. I called him when I got home last night, and we talked, and the top of my head just went pow and blew right off. I can't say anything yet, but it's a sponsor, probably the most synonymous name with Central New York and all of New York State that I could have possibly imagined. So we won't jinx it, but I believe, and I said to Courtney when I hung up the phone last night, I said, you know, babe, I just keep putting out all of those good things that I'm doing and thinking about, and they're coming back. They're coming back in spades. Absolute spades. So I'm driving down 3 Mile Toad Harbor Road right now. I'm going over to 3 Mile, and we're gonna go check the ice. Danny and I came down here yesterday on the way to work, because the job I'm doing right now, it's a small job. It's up in Constantia Center, just north of Bernards Bay. So I really love all these jobs lately that I get to go up and down the lake every day and see it. Even if I'm not out there right this minute, that's okay. There's a lot of time for that. And right now, I need every waking moment, honestly. You know, I've been up since 4:30 this morning at the computer. My file now for Walleye Fest is about that thick. It's got probably 15 different folders in it. And I go through them every day, and I just keep working through what I'm doing, what I need to do. New ideas come to me. And And so I really need, man, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. And right now I really need every waking moment to put towards Walleye Fest. But we're going to come down and check the ice. We were down here yesterday. There were 2 trucks down here, and we saw one group right from Toad Harbor. They were right straight east down along the drop-off, going towards Constantia. I heard multiple reports of people being rescued off the ice yesterday. I don't know what's good or not good. How good could it possibly be after it's been this warm for this long? I'm sure a lot of it's going to start opening up. I just had a groundhog run in front of the truck crossing the road. Man, that's a pretty. Those kind of things are signs, Mother Nature's signs that we might actually be in spring. I don't know. I'd be interested to see what transpires. I heard of an airboat rescue and a helicopter rescue. I saw my friend Matt Bain put a post on Facebook. Yesterday, talking about his story when he went through the ice years ago, up in Canada, 20 below zero weather and 60 foot of water. And Matt's still telling the story, so thank God he survived. But he got out of the ice, walked 1.5 miles back to his buddy's place before he collapsed. And he's a big, there's a guy getting ready to go out right now. Man, you gotta be careful today. Tell you, that ice is just dark too. Dark. Darky dark. The road coming down in here to 3 Mile is sorry, I got my phones going on and stuff. Is soup. This frost is coming out of the ground fast. And it's soupy down here. That ice is black. Blacky black. Whoa. I'm gonna put her in 4-wheel drive. It's not that bad, but I don't really want to slip off an edge on this crowned road and be in the pucker bush. So yeah, you don't have to do what I say by any stretch of the imagination, or even take what I say into consideration. But just please be careful. If you're going out, and I know, I'm sure there are people in places still where it's okay. I'm just saying to the general masses, boy, know your stuff. Know your stuff. Okay, well, there's open water right here along the point at 3 Mile, out 30 feet. At least on the lake side. Now we're pulling into the bay side, and I'll get out and we'll go for a little walk here and a little looky-loo. I don't see anyone, which honestly kind of makes me happy. Hey, you guys want to go for a walk? Come on, let's go for a walk. Let's see who's here first. Gary Walters. Good morning. Don Terry, Tammy Hoover, Merlin Johnson, George Parson, Eric Wisniewski, Mark Webb, Anthony Delamort. How's everybody doing this morning? Tony Buffa. How you doing, Captain? Don Terry says, going to need 3 or 4 nights in the teens to be fishable, in my opinion. Shore ice is good at my place. I worry about Sunday and Monday. Danny Diamond, ice at Lewis started turning real soft while I was on it the other day. Rumble Seat, good morning. Rob H, good morning. Tony Delamort says it's going to be, March is going to be chilly. Tony, what is the basis for that prognostication? Groundhog in February? That's crazy. I know. I just saw him run across the road in front of me, and I'm like, yeah, Mother Nature knows, and maybe we really are. I don't know. Maybe we really are at spring already, and it's going to stick. I find it hard to believe, but maybe. What's up? Any finish possible? Don Birdie, how you doing this morning, buddy? Don told me last night not to go on the ice today, so I'm going to do it anyway. Ask my wife how well I listen. I do what I want. Nobody tells me. If I can get my selfie stick to selfie eyes, we go for a walk. Morning, seen a skunk in the middle of the day digging in a cornfield yesterday. Yeah, right? I mean, Tony Delamort is now Wayne Mahar, and he says polar vortex is breaking up and will send cold air our way. I'm not opposed to that, and it's not even just for ice fishing. I'm not opposed to finishing out the winter as winter. Deer Slayer TV, I am ready to get on the boat for crappie. You was to spend a day fishing in PA this summer, let me know. Oh, thank you for the offer. So let's go take a walk. So I am right here at the point at 3 Mile. There's 3 Mile Bay. There's the open lake. And as you guys can see, here's open water. Open water. Man, I'd shit if I saw a walleye swimming around in that foot of water. Now, so this is exactly where I was walking out and fishing this time last week. I was, you're not going to be able to see it, but the buoy line is right here as it comes off the point, and then it goes straight out, and then it hooks west, goes all the way back over towards Woodworth Point over there. So this is exactly where I was, and it is no bueno no more. So let's take a walk down the shoreline real quick, see if we can find anything good. I love walking the shoreline in the spring, whether it's here or up on Eastern Lake Ontario, because you never know what you're going to find. You never know what the wind in the winter washes in. I found decoys. I found more lures than I can count, and I love finding lures. I found, you name it. I found an old Nymo hard hat one day. Thankfully, the head was not still in it. Yeah, this is all open. This is all open. It went right through. Poop right through. Boy, that makes you pucker a little bit. That makes you pucker a little bit right there. Remember, fishing's fun. It's not life or death. It really isn't. And it's not the most important thing we do, and it's not how it shouldn't be how we live or die. And I'm talking to you as somebody that couldn't love to fish anymore. I love it. It's not all I think about, but it's damn close. Just be careful. I'm not going to keep saying it. Just be careful. I love you guys. I don't want to see anybody get hurt in any way, shape, or form. She's open, boys. And I don't know. You know, the thing to remember too is shallow water reacts quicker than anything else. It doesn't matter what the reaction is. When it's cold, shallow water freezes faster. When it's warm, shallow water melts faster. I saw a guy back down here when we were pulling in. He was getting ready to unload his shanty. And I'm kind of standing here looking back down to the west in towards Johnson's Bay. There's a part of me that hopes I don't see him go out there. This ice is black and scary looking. I'll be honest with you. It's ominous looking out there. It's quiet. I don't see anything on the ice as far as I can see. I can look all the way across the South Shore. On the other side of the islands, I don't all the way into Muskrat Bay and back, I don't see anything or anybody. You know, and again, I'm pretty thankful about that. I'll tell you though, this time of year, obviously it feels later. It feels like it's March or even April. It smells like it, you know, it's got that late winter smell. You know something I think I'm going to do before opening a walleye season? I think I'm going to go out and buy trash barrels. I'm going to go buy a trash barrel for every single state area on the Oneida Lake. I'm going to anchor it somehow. I'm going to put a trash bag in it, put a couple underneath each one, and we're going to offer a place for people to throw their trash as opposed to on the ground. You know, we talked about it earlier in the winter over at man, look at how low it is. So I'm 5 or 6 feet out from the shoreline here, and it's still just mud. So I'm gonna and I'll ask for volunteers if anybody wants to check them, you know, periodically and take the trash bag out of it and put another one in it, because I get so tired of every place I go. You know, us fishermen, us anglers, us outdoorsmen, everybody in the world out there that isn't one of us would love nothing more than to take away what we have and what we can do. And we don't help our cause any when we throw trash everywhere. You know, and it's not like you could say, oh, that's somebody else. Really, empty worm containers are somebody else. Beer cans and bottles and trash everywhere. You see it on the ice, you see it on the shoreline. How can you love something that you disrespect so dramatically on a daily basis? I don't understand that. And every place I look down here, and I know a lot of people come down here to Toad Harbor, this particular spot. I've been coming down here since I was a kid, you know, and my wife and I will come down here and sit some days and in the evening and watch the sunset, and it's just beautiful, and it's free, and it's open to everybody. How long do you think this stuff is all going to stay open if we completely abuse it over and over and over? And then we wonder why private homeowners don't let you walk through their property to access the ice. You know, then we wonder why there's no good shore fishing spots, you know, at night in the fall. It's because we don't take care of stuff. Ooh, minnows. It's the first sign of life. Minnows in the shallows. Right on, buddy. Ooh, look at them all right there. That's the first sign of life I've seen. Those little, I don't even know what they are, inch-long little minnows. See who else is here. I'm with you on the trash I pick up from South Shore to Sylvan Beach. Makes me sick that people carry junk in and can't take it back out. You know, in the old days up on the Salmon River, and I know it's still that way, we used to always say about 9 o'clock you'd start seeing the Dunkin' Donuts styrofoam cups come floating down the river. And boy, guys are so careful to come in with their coffee cup and not spill it. So when they drink it, instead of taking that, you know, ounce of weight and styrofoam and crushing it up and shoving it in your pocket, they, over their shoulder. I'm not trying to be on a soapbox, but it's the truth. It's the absolute truth. You know, if we don't take care of what we love and the environment that we go to on a daily basis for our recreation and peace of mind and all those things, no one else is gonna. And they're gonna be quick to cite our shortcomings when they take things away from us. Remember that. All right, I'm gonna get back in the truck here. Okay, let's finish up strong. Let's finish up with a couple Walleye Fest issues. I asked everybody yesterday if you have any pictures, videos, anything from you or whoever in your group from prior Derby years, please let me know. You can send them to me on DM, Facebook, Messenger, or Instagram. I want to populate again, even though we're new to this Derby is not new. This is the 44th year. You know, we took over the Lions Club Derby. We didn't start something new. And so I want to honor and represent the prior 43 years. And that's important to me. So anybody out there that has pictures, certainly if you were a winner, a prior winner from 1 to 25 or whatever the case was, whatever year you were in, I'm especially looking to talk to anybody that fished the Derby in the year 1991. Because that's the year, that's the highest number of tickets available, or tickets sold. That's what we're going to beat this year is the all-time record. And I would just be curious. I wasn't here then. I was in the military, and so I don't really remember that Derby because, like I said, I wasn't here. And I'm just curious as to how they got so many people. You know, they got a 4 or 5 year span in the late 80s, early 90s, where it was 3,800 to 4,300 every year. And there had to be a reason. There had to be something behind that success. I'd like to know anybody's recollection of those years. And what they were doing or not doing or whatever the case may be. Also, I had somebody get a hold of me the other night and ask me about homemade trophies. And I'll be honest with you, I thought they were I didn't think it was sincere, and I told them that I wasn't doing trophies. I didn't know about this homemade trophy deal in it. And when you say homemade, like I thought they were disparaging it, going, oh, you know, like some cheap homemade trophy. I found out yesterday that that's not the case. These were beautiful handmade wooden and various other materials trophies for the top 3 positions. And barring something strange, there will be those trophies again this year. I have got to reach out and talk to the person that makes them, but I have every intent to do that and get those on board. So the trophies will be there. And for all of my charter friends that I talked about, I've had a couple people reach out to me already for this listing. This website's going to be up year round. And so if you're a charter captain on Lake, on Lake Ontario, on Oneida Lake, then I encourage you to get a hold of me, give me your information for a free listing. There will be a guides page or a charter page, whatever you want to call it. And if you want, part of your listing can be a button for the Derby weekend saying available or not available. But people will reference this throughout the year if they want to come to Oneida Lake. Like, this is going to be the website. I would like to do something in addition. You know, we want to get all these charters together. So if you're a charter, or if you're any sort of a lodging facility and you want to be listed on the website, so everybody locally and from out of town that are coming in can get a hold of you and can book their accommodations and their trip and all that stuff, I think it'll behoove you to do that. What I would like to do, though, is to start a separate, do a guides cup. Okay, now what is a guides cup or a charter cup? So the charter cup would be whichever charter service that weekend with clients, whatever charter services customer places the highest in the Derby, they're going to win the charter cup for that year. And they will get to, that'll be bragging rights. And there's going to be a little extra something in there for that charter captain as well, besides just bragging rights. But I want the charter community involved in this, and it should be something where people are beating down your doors a year in advance to book you for Derby weekend to take them out here. So all my charter friends, please get a hold of me. This is for you guys. I want you involved. I want you to be in the position to really help us spread this beautiful lake and how it is. Because like I say, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to see this and go, "Oh, I'd love to do it, but I don't have a boat. I don't know what I'm doing." No problem. You can book a charter, and everything will be taken care of for you. And not only that, your chances are better. I think your chances are better because you're with a professional that knows the waters. So yeah, the charter cup, and it's going to be a cup, and you're going to stand on stage and drink champagne out of it, and woohoo, So charter captains, get a hold of me, ASAP, please. All right, 28 minutes. I'm good. I'm going to go to work. You guys get back to work. We'll do one last check of comments, see if I miss anybody. Ron, good morning to you. Merlin, I hate trash. We won't have any access anywhere unless we do our part. Most of the people doing it are not the sportsman, but the novelist. I don't know. I'm not looking to throw shade. I'm just trying to get everybody on the same page to, you know what, I'll figure out a way or somewhere. I'm going to go get big barrels. And like I say, I'm going to anchor them somehow. And, and we're gonna put things out here so maybe if people see a trash barrel, they will throw their trash in. We'll see. Scott Deronda, good morning. Kevin Stone's going to the boat show today. Lucky. Pick out a good one, Kevin. Remember, your wife's buying, so sky's the limit, buddy. You're worth it. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for doing the tour. If you're going on the ice today, please make sure you know what you're doing. Tomorrow's Friday. The weekend's here. Have a great day. Keep your tip up.